Look. You're now tuning in to BS Talk. She came to keep it 100, not the BS show. So listen to Queen Key. She here with some free game. No he say, no she say, but maybe a replay of the news, giving views and she dropping jewels. Maybe even a couple tools that you can use. Yeah, cause there's a lot we need to talk about. So we gon' kick it like we chillin' at the barbershop. BS Talk. BS Talk. BS Talk. This is BS Talk. Yeah. BS Talk. BS Talk. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Queen Key BS Talk.
Hey.
So today we have a guest with us, Cassetta J, and we will be talking about pulling out. So the pulling out part is coming from pulling out of a relationship. So how did the relationship start?
He was quote unquote separated. That's what he stated. And I don't know. It's just a lot of discrepancies with stuff that he says and his actions and what he does that sometimes it just makes you want to think about, should I pull out? And it's just like, as a woman and you're wanting to date and you're wanting to like truly get a connection with a person, and then it's kind of like how you're trying to figure out where you're going and where they going, and you want each other to be honest and genuine with each other, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like sometimes you're sitting back and you're wondering like, okay, so how many chances do you give a person? Like how many chances if a person stands you up, no call, no show, doesn't hold their word, how many times do you say, okay, enough is enough before you truly pull out?
Okay. So I heard you say that he said he was separated, so he still was married.
Yes, he was married, and he approached somebody that I know and they exchanged phone numbers, and then he and I started talking, and it was like it's really good, like good genuine guy, honest, like to a certain extent. But it's just that, so someone else told me that they wasn't separated. They were just looking for like a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, after they provided documentation, yeah, they were separated.
Okay. So are they divorced now?
Yeah, he's divorced now.
So divorced now. So y'all still dating?
Yeah, we're still dating. Because I want to say that if that's what you call it, but I'm just, okay, it just depends on what day of the week it is and like what's going on. To me, like sometimes if we're still dating or not.
Okay. So during this relationship, like did y'all start out having sex? Like was that like the first thing, or did y'all date before, or the first thing y'all did was just bam, y'all just had sex?
Bam, we just had sex.
So,
like we had sex. Like we had sex. And okay, and see, so this is the thing too that like I have a question about, and this is something like I really 100% like I think about. Like, you know, at one point in time you was told to wait, get to know the person, and then you build a connection with the person, and then you have sex. But then it's like kind of nowadays it kind of feels like, okay, do you really want to build a connection with this person, get to know this person, and find out that they're horrible in bed?
Well, with me, I'm one of the types that when I was dating, I already knew whether I wanted to have sex or not. So it was either that's what it was going to be, or if I wanted a relationship, then I dated first.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to know what you want. As far as being a woman, you got to lead and guide from where you want to be, because most of the time a man, that's all he wants anyway.
Just
So
to have sex.
yeah, so if you go ahead on and give it to him, then what else do we have to look for? He already done got it. I mean, so if the first thing was giving sex, and if it was good, then of course he's gonna keep coming back. So to keep coming back, and you asking for a little bit of this and a little bit of that, that's his way of paying by giving you a little food.
No. Okay. See, it's not. Okay, so I see what you're saying, but so is it wrong? Okay, so let me put it this way. This is just me, and I could be wrong with it, but I don't go into every time I meet somebody. I don't go into the mind space of, oh, I want to date this person. I go into the mind space of, there's a connection. I'm feeling you, and if the feeling me keeps going, then I want to date you.
So, me feeling you a lot of times come with sex.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what a relationship part is messing up at.
So that's why now I'm at the part where I want to pull out.
Cause you already. I mean, it sounds to me like you're very sexual.
I am, and see that's okay. That's the thing. Like I am very sexual, and then it's kind of like to the point where, okay. So what I have started doing because I'm very sexual is that I lie, and I tell people like I don't want to talk about sex. I don't want to even discuss sex or anything because sometimes, which I realize is that I will lead with sex, and then it's like and then it's to a point of, so it gets to the point where I might lead with sex, but then I decide, okay, I'm not feeling this person no more, and then that's when you got the person that keeps calling you and calling you and calling you, and you don't want to be bothered. Then you get the person who is generally like, so the dude that we're discussing today, like he is, I want to say for the most part, he's a good guy. It's just that he has some little tendencies or little areas that makes me question, like, is he truly 100% a good guy? Does that make sense? And like the thing about it is the fact of the matter, we can speak 5 to 6 times, 10 times a day during the week. But then, quote unquote, on the weekend, I'm tired and I need to rest because I'm doing this job. I just need to rest. And then you're sitting here, you're looking like, in my mind, dude, you're not resting. You are either living with another female or you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing because you're lying. And that's sometimes where I get like, this is where I'm at right now, where like, okay, peace be done, pull out, bye-bye, good knowing you. Deuces.
Well, I feel like a lot of that's coming from being misled on both ends. Not only from his end, but on your end also. Because you led one way. So, of course, he feeling like, shoot, we in a sexual relationship. So I think he's more on, I want to have sex with this woman. And every once in a while, we can do some other things. But my main goal is to have sex. And your thing is, you're pretty much tired of the sex because that's something that you always do. You want a relationship now.
Yes. And then I had a relation. Okay, so, oh my God. Like, I am so, okay, so let's say I'm backwards because I met him, left him, got in a relationship with somebody else, realized that relationship wasn't for me, and then even towards the end of the relationship, I started thinking about him. So like when we reconnected, I was like, oh, yay. But now it's just like how, but see, so listen to this though. But he does come, and it is like, I love, like, he was the first one to say, like, I love you. I'm working towards XYZ. With everything that I have going on, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm 100%, I'm being honest. I'm not doing anything. But then it just kind of feels like my little spidey senses are going off. And I don't know if it's because of the fact that, like, I've done so much in the past that I don't know right now where I'm at is I don't know if it's because I've done so much stuff in the past, so much like janky stuff in the past that probably part of me feels like potentially he could be my karma.
Hmm. Well, see, you got to be real careful with I love yous, because the I love yous can come from I love your hair.
I love how you beat me down.
I love how you give me head.
Yes.
Or I just love certain things, because you got to remember, when you give somebody your all, especially in the bed, you give them that all, then now they're looking for that all. So now it's like, shoot, yeah, I love you, but is it really you, or is it that you that's giving them what they want? So what is it, the love? I mean, come on.
Okay, so this is okay. I've been thinking about this. I really been thinking about this. In this particular situation, I really 100% think it's not me that he loves.
Mm.
I don't think he
So
loves
you think
me.
it's the sex?
I think it's the sex that he loves. I really 100%. I really think it's the sex that he loves, and like that's what really bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what like really bothers me, because I am hesitant. Okay, have you ever been to the point where you're standing on a wall and you're one leg over and you're one leg in, if that makes any sense?
Okay, so you halfway.
You're halfway.
Okay.
And it's like you keep teetering, like you want to like fall the way off, and if you fall off, you're falling completely into his abyss.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just like how with just the games and stuff that people play and the little stuff that you've done in the past, that it's kind of make you like stop your brakes.
Mm-hmm.
So like even like sometimes I sit here and I be thinking about like pulling out, leaving, and all that good stuff, because of the fact of the matter, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, this really can't be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, but you know, we really have to be careful, real careful, about how we go into a situation. Because it sounds like to me is, so you step in, and a lot of times as a woman, we'll step in a situation and we'll give it our all.
Yeah.
And as a woman, we have to be a woman.
Yeah.
So being that woman, we got to watch how we go into something. So we're going to go in and we're going to go in hard, and we got to be a big girl about this. So we're going to go in and we're going to be a big girl, and we're going to give this man sex, and we're going to sex him down, and we're going to give him to him good. And if that's all he want, then we got to be acceptable about that, because we went in giving him, you went in giving him this.
But he should also, and I agree, but he should also, because there has been plenty of conversations I've had, and I've been like, if you're fucking, if you want to just do the do, speak up, let me know. Like, no, like seriously, because this is just how I feel about
telling you that.
And they're not, and that's no, and that's the thing that's like really, because my thing, like I have said this right here on several occasions. If you're living with a woman, be upfront about it. No, because this
you have some that'll tell you.
Yeah, but
most of them.
Yeah, like, and then my whole big thing is, and I have even said this, the red pill and the blue pill. And I've said on the red pill and the blue pill that it's my option. Let me decide if I want to continue. Let me decide if I want to leave. And if you, for whatever reason, like you could be living with a woman because of the fact of the matter that I came along, hypothetically speaking, 6 months ago or 3 months ago, and you and her was on your ends. But I don't want to be, I just give me the option. Let me know. Be honest.
So would you treat the situation different if there's a woman at the house? Because some women go even harder. If there's another woman at the house.
No, I'm done.
So if it was another woman at the house, you're saying that you wouldn't have did it at all?
No, I'm done. I'm deuces.
So that's probably most of the time men ain't gonna tell you. So therefore, I feel like you should kind of like wait. If that ain't what you just want, you should kind of wait before you give them what they want and find out what you want. Unless that is what you want. Because sometimes we want it more than they do, and we know that.
We want sex more.
Yeah. Sometimes we already know. It's like, shoot, before you even go out or before they even come over, you like, shoot, you want it.
I know. And I'm very, but see, and I'm very blunt about it. I'm very blunt. I will sit here. I will send you a text message. I will call you. Like, there's been a time before, like, I called him and someone was in the car with him. And out my mouth, I was like, are we fucking tonight? Because, and I get that part. But it's just also, but if he creates a false reality, and if that false reality is created saying, okay, you know what, that, yeah, I want my cake and I want to eat it too, then, and if I think that that's what you're doing, and if I'm like, the thing, what I'm trying to sit here and do is like, try to be like what, Tony Braxton said, like, be a man about it, but be a woman about it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to sit here and be like, be upfront. Say it.
Yeah. But see, that's one of them love things. You gotta watch because men like variety. So that's one of them things when you riding and you like, we fucking tonight. That's one of them things wifey ain't doing.
Yeah.
So somebody ain't doing it, and it's like you're doing it. So that's that one of that variety out of that pack. And he like, oh, I want that. You don't pull that out like he like, shoot, boy, I gotta go get that because that's a part of that variety. He loves that because he been looking for that part. So men can have 4 or 5 women, and you're one of those ones that come out of that variety pack that is like, shoot, boy, she is aggressive. Like you're the aggressive one.
I am aggressive.
And he liked that part about you. So that's one of the parts that he loved. When he say I love you, that's one of that I love you parts about that variety. So he's pulling that out of his variety pack. But then it's that missionary woman that I want that this day.
Yeah.
So it's almost, or then again it's that wifey woman that, you know, conservative, put on the suit tight and, you know, whatever. But it is the men just, they like variety. So you gotta watch, you know, what you're doing when it's not. If you're a wife and you're going in and you're looking for a husband, because you know you got to become a wife.
Oh yes, so
you got to become a wife before
that saying. What's that saying about the cow, the milk? Don't something with the cow. What, you know that saying, that old school saying about the cow? Why pay for the cow and get the milk for free?
Hey.
That, okay, so I get that. I get that part. Okay, so if he wants variety, then why did he provide me documentation that he was divorced?
Because that's what you wanted.
Okay.
That's what you was looking for.
Because I asked for it, yes.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. You're one of them ones that's like, because was it easy for him to just come in and get you and y'all just, or you was looking for a documentation? You like, shoot, I need this first, or I'm not dating no married man. Did you tell him that or something? Is that a part of?
No, I kept accusing him
of being married.
I kept accusing him of being married, and I kept saying, just be honest, you're married. Just be honest. And he was like, I'm not married. And I was like, okay, fine. And then he was like, he provided the document. He provided a copy of his picture showing his divorce. Then I, being me, because everything is so public, I decided to get on a website and confirm that he was actually divorced.
So, you know, went in.
I went on the website and confirmed it.
You know?
If he's listening now, he does. Like, if he... No?
Oh, man.
I mean, but he's known about a lot of... Okay, but see, and this is the thing that really makes it why women are... I don't think it's wrong that some women have to be that investigative to decide, like, what's, like, are you really being honest? Because of what you said, like, how people want the variety. But then, also, when do you stop being that investigative PI skills? When does a woman have to stop being the PI?
So that's a part of taking it slow while you're going in. You get to know the person.
So that means no sexing.
No sexing. So most people have sex before they even know somebody's full name.
Oh, that's true.
You know, like, so what's to investigate? You went all in.
Okay.
Like, come on, we don't even know somebody's last name and already done did.
I know how many inches you are.
Come on.
Yeah, okay, so I get that part. Like, you know, and like that's the thing, like where okay, look, okay.
So
I just want to put it.
but basically, come on, we need to be finding out more information with people before we start laying down, because that's just, I mean, unless that's just what you want to do.
No.
You know, so some people, it's like, if that's where you at in your life and that's what you want to just go out here and you want to have sex, then that's what you do. But if you want a relationship, then you have to go into that situation totally different. You have to go into it totally different. So, you know, we're going to look at some of the comments right now. Let's see.
What are they?
Just be honest. There's nothing wrong with sex. Oh no, ain't nothing wrong with sex. But if that's what it is, then that's what it gotta be. You can't go in having sex and then talking about you won't.
But see, I agree. So that's so. If all you want is truly 100% sex, and I agree with who was that? PH Hall. Hell, just I agree with that. But my thing how should the guy just be honest about it? Can we elaborate on that some?
It's that I love word. Woo.
Yeah, you shouldn't say I love you word. That's wrong.
Yeah, that I love you is that's real deep. But as a grown up, we definitely have to be careful, because I love you is different for a lot of different people.
Which is true. I mean, I love how you stroke. I love your stroke game.
But you should be,
I love your stroke game.
So you saying you should be specific about
yes, I feel like
what you love about somebody.
I feel like anytime you and two people get down to do the do, and if I love you comes out, it should only be for this particular, we're doing the do, and that's why I love you. That stroke game, that lip motion, that spanking, all of that. Well,
so do you think that, and I'm going to ask you this, do you think that you should limit what you do in the bed until you put in time?
No.
So you...
No.
So you saying you dive straight in?
Okay, no. Okay, this is a family show, right?
Yeah, we grown.
Okay, so here's the thing about it. Yes, no, I want to take that back. Yes, you should limit. Women should not give head, but men should eat. They should lick.
Huh?
I agree.
What? You agree? I ain't saying.
Okay, no. In my mind, I was like, yeah, okay. No, because like, here's the thing about it. This is true good. This is why I think some women, forgive me for saying this, some women are very easy to like jump into sex, because we want to know how good is it going to be.
Okay.
We want to know, like, after he leaves, am I going to have to go get a toy? Like that new rose, that new rabbit. Am I going to have to go get that and like to relieve me? So this is just how I look at it. Sometimes some men can't give you an orgasm. So I feel like if I need to know off gate how good your licking is. And if your licking ain't up to par, if your stroke game ain't good, please let that licking be good. So you saying he should go all in and then you wait till the next time? 3 or 4 next time. Yes! And the reason why I'm saying, because like, yes. What's wrong with that? I mean, if that's the way you do, that's the way you do it. I think, like, what's wrong with that? Teamwork. No, this ain't no teamwork. Make the dream work. Hey, so I definitely kind of agree with you on that. Most men they do that because they want you to do them back. Yeah. So that's one of the first things that a lot of men do. They go straight forward. Yeah. And you so that you could like this, okay. So let me ask you this one question. So, and it's about how good the pull out is. If you're messing with somebody and they're like really, really, really a phenomenal person, cooks, clean, takes care of their bills, not too much of a mama boy, but their stroke game is a jackrabbit. You know what a jackrabbit is?
No.
When they go like,
Yeah.
that's a jackrabbit. How shouldn't you know uphand that you messing with a jackrabbit?
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So if you're dealing with somebody that's a jackrabbit, because this is what a lot of people don't do in a lot of relationships, they let people do them certain kind of ways.
Yes.
So do you not kind of tell somebody how you want it and show them?
Oh no. So this is what I do, and I'm very verbal, and I'm direct, and I just be like, I didn't nut, so what you gonna do?
Mm. And what answer do you normally get?
Well, what we need to do.
Okay.
And then that's why I become the teacher.
Okay.
But I also kind of feel like I had this like, okay, so take it back to old boy. First time he and I was intimate, it was horrible. Like it was straight horrible. And his pullout game was trash. But then he has an excuse of the fact that he had been working and he was tired.
Mm.
That was bullshit.
So what do you think it was? Because it might. So sometimes it's good for some, but not good for others. So it wasn't good for you. So
Yeah.
did you have to? It got better over time.
I left for 1.5 years and I came back.
So
it's phenomenal now.
is that after teaching or letting somebody know what you want?
No, I just think that I think he was intimidated because I left him for a girl.
That's a whole nother topic.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That was a whole nother
I'm
topic.
just saying. I don't know. Like I left for a girl.
Yeah, that's so. So what you're saying is, and I think that's what goes on in a lot of relationships is that if you can't be pleased sexually one way, then a lot of times people go into wanting like head or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people that turn and go the other way is because they're into getting head.
Are we talking about turning the other way to be same sex?
Same sex.
Oh, I don't know. I've
Same.
always been attracted to women. I've always been.
But is that because of getting head?
Mm-mm. No. No. Mm-mm. No, it's not because of that at all.
But okay, so if it's not that, is it the penetration? Because I mean, if we're talking about this, then the only way, basically, that you can be pleased is through penetration. If it ain't just that,
That's not true.
oh,
That's not true. I have received some phenomenal lap dances.
oh my God.
I have received, yes, you wouldn't know about that, but
But see that all goes back. See, if we're gonna talk, if we're gonna go there, then that goes back to mental.
I was about to say that it's
all,
a mind thing.
Yeah, it's
a mind thing.
That's mental. So it is, to me. I think it would be still, even with the guy. Let's just say even with guys. So you have to be attracted to the person that you're with.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
To be able to go there. So a lot of times in your relationship, when you're sexual, you're not going there or getting there because you're not mentally there. Because a lot of times we can get to the point where we need to be if we take our minds to a certain
Okay,
place.
so let me ask you about this one question now. What about if you are attracted to somebody and you can, no matter, it doesn't matter how good they're stroking or whatever it is, you can't come unless it's with oral.
That's because you're in. That person does that better than they do. They do it better. Some people are good. They're good at oral.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are just good at that. So if that's how they please you, then I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm just because
But it's all in the person.
But I have a friend who can only get off by receiving.
I think that's mental too. I mean, I think it's all mental.
Yes.
I think it's all mental. And that's both ways. Let's read some more comments. Being straight up doesn't always work. It can start out that way, then
Intimacy changes everything.
Yeah.
I agree, like being straight up, but you want to be straight up, right? The Lawrence family, like, don't you want to be straight up and say, okay, this is what's going on, and this is why it's going on. This is what I'm looking for, because the thing for like I start off in where I'm at right now in life. I want a relationship. I don't want to just be fucking and whatnot. I want companionship. So my thing is where I'm at now is be honest, be upfront, say what you want, and mean what you say. Oh, that sounds so grown up-ish. I'm such a grown up right now.
Yep. I love the sex, the experience, not I love the person.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So do you think that's where we go back to the being Pacific part, like when somebody say I love you, and so it's all in how you take it also. So when somebody tell you they love you, do you really feel like, oh, I love you, I want to marry you? So it's,
no.
Yeah. So
no.
So you didn't even take. Did you take it that way when he told you?
No, and that's I didn't. And the reason why I struggle with him saying I love you, because I feel like, what have I done? We haven't been together long enough for you to love me. Mm-hmm. And then that's like, now, if, all jokes aside, if he was saying I love you while we was being intimate, not a problem. Mm-hmm. Not a problem.
This a phone, but this is like over the phone.
This is over the phone. This is like anytime other than intimacy, and this is, and part of me also questions, like, what can you possibly know about me that makes you want to love me when we haven't really, we talk on the phone all the time. We meet up, do drop off breakfast and stuff like that. We have some really great conversations. You spend the night once a week. We have some great I love you moments during those overnight visits. But that's just about it. Like, where is the true, like, I love you? Like, how can you tell somebody I love you if it ain't about sex?
Mm-hmm. I can't really see these. Like, my eyes are bad.
Reciprocate that
expeditiously.
Can you elaborate on that? Oh, women get in the bed because they think that go to get him. Oh, I disagree.
Oh, so women sleep with men thinking that's gonna get them.
Oh, I disagree with that. I disagree. I think it goes back to, like, I'm 42 years old. I'm not fucking you to get you. I'm having sex with you because I want to have sex. I'm not trying to secure you, to lock you down, because what I do, somebody else can go out there and do 10 times better.
But would you not agree that a lot of women do have sex with men thinking that's gonna get them? Because I mean that happens a lot. Like, women they'll be with a man and he'll start asking for it, and they think if they don't give it to him, that he's just gonna move on to the next one. So they hop right in and go ahead on and do it, because if you won't, then somebody else will, and then he's moving on. So
yes.
women they'll hop in so that he'll keep coming back. But see, you gotta decide, why is he coming back? Is it for the sex, or is it because he like you? So we're gonna get to one part about that.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah. So with that being said, so have you pulled back from having sex with this guy?
As of today, yes. I can proudly say that, yes, I have, as of today.
And so I heard you say that y'all kind of like did this, like y'all haven't been the same in y'all relationship.
Yeah.
Is it because you stopped having the sex part?
No, it's because, okay, the thing for me is, it's not because we stopped having sex. For me, it's the honesty.
So you saying that you stopped having sex with him because...
I don't know if in my heart, in that woman's intuition, my little spidey sensors, everything, he lives with a woman.
So you're saying you think he lives with a woman?
He lives with a woman.
Oh, you know he lives with
I don't know if he lives with a woman, but I'm just, okay, so for everybody out there, how is it that Monday through Friday from 6 o'clock in the morning to like maybe 7 o'clock at night, I can hear from you the whole time. But when the weekend comes, zip, zap,
And after 7 o'clock, you can't hear from him neither?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shoot, we gotta be smart about it.
Yeah, like...
But, was this going on in the beginning?
Yes, it was. It was going on in the beginning. And it was going on in the beginning, but not making no excuses or anything, I wasn't into it that way. I wasn't really like into him. Now I'm into him. I'm into him.
Yeah.
And now I'm feeling like, okay, yo, you need to pull out.
But you know why you into him?
Why?
He has taken a part of you sexually. Once you start letting somebody enter into you, then now they are a part of you. So now you're wanting more.
But see, okay, so here's the thing about it. Yes and no, I agree with you. It's not the sex for me. It's the fact that he's fucked my brain.
No, I know it's
Yeah.
not just the sex right now.
Yeah.
It ain't the sex right now, but see, as a woman, because we're so emotional, we start getting into the person now.
Yeah.
After a while, after you've been having sex, and now you're falling in love. Now you want this person. Shoot, not only do I want you Monday through Friday, but I want you Saturday and Sunday too.
Yes.
I want all of you. But it's like, what was this in the beginning?
I don't know. But it makes you think about that song. What's that song about that girl who says Tuesday through Thursday he's yours, but I want him on the weekend?
Yeah.
You know that song I'm talking about?
Yeah, but see, when you allow somebody to get their cake and ice cream too, you have allowed them to kind of like lead and guide. The man has to kind of like lead and guide what they want. If you're gonna be his wife and he wants you to be his wife, and then it's like, that's what you got to put up front.
Okay, so
I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm gonna be hard with this.
Please do.
You can't be a hoe coming into this relationship and now want to be a wife. I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay.
So, and that's the way a lot of if you're gonna be a hoe, you gotta hold this thing out. Period. Like if you're gonna be a hoe about it, it's like, shoot, I'm gonna hold this out. And you gotta treat it just like that, because you went into it like that. And then when you see if now it's like, if it changes and he accepts that, then hey, that's the way it gotta be. But for the most part, women, if you want to be a wife and you're going in looking for somebody in a relationship, and if that's what you want, you gotta become that in the beginning. You show him your wife material, because if he don't see that in the beginning, he'll be fucking you and be over there looking for a wife on the other side.
Oh, that's true.
And then what'll happen is that he'll be sneaking behind her back and coming over there, but then you'll say, darn, well, he done married this woman and I've been doing this for the last year or so. She been a wife.
I got a homegirl who has experienced that with 3 or 4 of her past relationships, where it was putting everything out there and then it not working out, and for whatever reason, and the next time she's looking on Facebook, whatever, such and such is married.
You got married.
Yes, I have that. Okay, so let me ask you this one question though. So, because you're married, I'm single. And what I want to know from the married lady's perspective is, can you come back? And what I mean is, cause I know you said that you gotta, if you're gonna hold it, you gotta hold it straight through to the finish line until you get that horse through the finish line and don't run the race. get that part. But can you slow it down, make a U-turn, and finish the race the way that you wanted to after you've been hoeing it?
And this is my opinion.
Yes.
So when you go into a situation like that, let's just say he do turn out and he want to be with you and marry you. Hey, when you came in and what you put in right then, the same way you came into it, now he's doing the same thing but with somebody else. You never was a wife to him in the beginning. So he's going to treat you just like that. So the same way what you did, he's going to be doing that with somebody else. So whenever you want to be a wife, you have to settle down and be a wife first. It ain't about going in giving them what they want or what you want. Sometimes, honey, you can want it so bad, you like, darn, I want it. And you have to bag up because you really like this guy, so you don't want to just give him all of you. So you have to kind of bag back a little bit and say, I'm gonna see if you really likes me. I'm gonna wait.
Ooh, I got a question for you. Ooh, no, because I just read this on an article because I stay Googling stuff and this just came up on an article. Is it wrong to be dating somebody that you're really into, not being intimate with that person, dating, taking that slow road, driving Miss Daisy, but fucking somebody else on the side? Is that wrong?
Is it wrong to be...
Because like, I really like you. Like, let's say I like Tom. Tom is phenomenal.
Okay.
He's everything I want. But me and Tom not having sex. So I'm over here fucking Jim Boy. No. So are you trying to say no? You got to say, like, let the side piece go. Focus on Tom.
No, it ain't focusing on Tom. It is focusing on you.
I like that.
You got to focus on you. You got to get yourself 100% right.
Yes.
So that you're able to give Tom your 100%.
Okay, but in this instance right here, we're thinking about the fact of the matter. Oh, it just clicked. Okay, never mind. Moving on. Moving on, because I can't even come back from what I wanted to say because you just literally you shut it down. So piggybacking off of what you're saying about putting it into you and giving it all to you. So, do you feel that women who jump into it, immediately having sex, why do you feel like they're doing that?
It's exactly, they're jumping into it having sex not only because they want to, because we're very sexual too.
Are we?
I think women are very sexual. We had this little thing where we try to be missionary and act like, honey, no, I ain't doing that. But in the back, when that man gets you by yourself, you all in. Mm-hmm. So it's like, as a woman, a lot of times we are really sexual. We want it just as bad as the man, but we try to be a lady about it. So I think that I really think that in a relationship, I think that we should pretty much wait. But
how long?
I think that we should only wait if we really if we're into the person. I feel like if that's what you want to do, then you should be upfront. Because a lot of people just be like, oh, I'm a woman and I ain't doing that. I just want to go out on a date. Well, do that. If that's what you want, then you go out and you find out about this person. See if you really like this person. But then some people you go out with, before you even go out with them, you already know, I don't like them, but I want to have sex with them. Okay. So you already know that off gate. Men be saying that in a relationship like they already know. Women know too. They already know if they don't really like somebody and they know, and they just want to have sex. They try to act like, child, I ain't doing it. They already ready. But a lot of times we have to, if we to the point in our life where we want to be marriage material and we're trying to take it to that next step, then we actually, as a woman, we have to be a wife about it. We have to go into it like that. We can't go in and first thing we doing is we laying in the bed on the first date. We can't do that. We have to get to know each other. So we definitely have to start finding out about it.
I like dates, but I feel like I'ma do it.
Like I don't like when a guy try to pressure you. So you saying if you want to have sex, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But if you don't, you don't. Same thing.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is, so you shouldn't be pressured into anything. If you want to do it, then you do it. If you don't, then you shouldn't.
Okay, so but let's okay. Two things I'm trying to wrap my mind around on how to like get this out. But the first question is, I was on a cruise for Christmas, and I met a lady who was met her husband at the club, went home with him that night, been married for they did the do, because I remember asking.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they did the do, and they was together going forward. Then you have somebody who's giving it up freely, hippie love style, and they're not getting anything from it. How do you tell that person to change the game up, pull out from it? Oh, no, I already know, because you're going to tell me it's about knowing you.
You got to already know yourself.
Okay.
You got to already know. So if you can handle it, hey, you got to be able to handle it.
Mm.
So you're saying you went in having sex.
With him?
Yeah, with him. You
Okay.
went in having sex. And then now you wanting to take it now steps forward. But see, that person got to want to also. So both of y'all got to want the same things.
But how do you know if they're telling you that?
It ain't through them telling you.
It's their actions and their
Come
words. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
It telling me I told you I love you.
But the reason why I'm asking this and the reason why I'm saying this is because of the fact of the matter that it could be a mental thing, meaning some women can't orgasm from sex because it's a mental block, tilting a lack of physical. Oh, you need to start masturbating. That's the problem. You're not masturbating. I'm gonna tell you about this is what I personally believe, and this is just me. If a woman cannot get an orgasm from penetration, it's because of the fact of the matter, just me, the woman has not learned how to please themselves. I know how you say that you have to know yourself, like relationship wise, mental wise. I truly believe you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself intimately. Mm-hmm. So if there is a mental block, you got to figure out. You got to take that one-on-one time, that self-care time, and you need to get you some toys, and you need to figure out the best way to get it. If you need to get a suction dildo to put in the bathroom with you. If you need to, hey, you don't know what's gonna be the right position.
Well,
you don't know.
Well, sometimes you have a human toy that you can work with.
No.
Wait. No. Sometimes, as a woman, you don't, or a man, sometimes people don't know themselves, especially women.
Yeah.
A lot of women haven't had orgasms.
Yeah.
Well, it is so.
Shame on you. Shame. Like.
Well, they haven't had somebody that can take them there. A lot of men jackrabbit, like you were saying. They go in and they think they did something because you've been doing a bunch of hollering and stuff. But then you have some men that take their time with you and they figure out what it is you want and they make you feel comfortable and they go straight to it and they learn you and bam, y'all have a magical moment because it ain't about just them. They're thinking about you also. So they take that time out to figure out your body. And sometimes it even go through reading and learning and getting your body together. I mean, because health has a lot to do with a lot of these people's bodies. A lot of times people are not very healthy.
That's true. Look at me.
So,
but I'm going to tell you right now, for a split second, you had me wanting to put a box on my head and just tune you out. But I came back to it. But then but no, because this is just me. This is just me, and I know that sometimes you can get it with like your person or whatnot. But just to me, like all jokes aside, I don't feel like it's a man's responsibility to give a woman an orgasm. I personally, and this is just me.
Yeah.
I feel that you need to know what works for you.
Yes.
And if he is basically like, okay, like my friend, for example, has put me in some very interesting positions, but it has been some of the most mind-blowing orgasms. I was getting orgasms before him, but I personally feel like I'm able to achieve these orgasms that I'm getting now because one, I know me before we started having sex.
Yes.
And the only thing that he came in and did was he was the cherry on top.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also believe that it's your responsibility, part of your self-care, is to figure out like, okay, well, he got to do it this way, he got to do it that way. Like, you got to know your own foreplay. That's how I feel about it.
I agree. I can't see. Don't read the name, but you can.
Yeah. It's the best thing ever. Yes. Like riding on a unicorn with fairies blowing rainbow kisses. Oh, I like you. And magical glitter dust all over you with fireworks in the background. Jesus. Like, what type of experience is this from? Is this from orgasm we're talking about?
Honey, that's what it feels like. I agree. That's exactly.
Like, what toy are you using?
It don't have to come from a toy, sweetheart. So,
I know that, but I know that, but what I'm saying, like I know, like what I'm okay. I was at a sex party years ago, a toy sex party, and the girl basically was up here talking about, well, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And then one girl came in, she was like, that's not true. She was like, you can play with as many toys as you want, but if you're not stimulating that clitoris, she was like, you're not gonna get anything. So yes.
So we're gonna get ready to close out. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna still be in a relationship with this guy and continue to do what y'all was doing, or are you just gonna leave it alone?
I'm falling back. That's my pull-out game.
So you want to fall back because you feel like he's lying to you?
Yes, I do. Like it goes right back to my little spidey senses. And A and B. Okay, 1 and 1 is not equaling 2 with him.
So
it's not equaling 2.
I'm gonna ask you this.
It's not equaling 2.
So you say you want to fall back because you feel like he's lying to you.
Yes.
Is it not that you want to fall back because you're bored?
No. Because you know me. I'm gonna take, but no. All jokes aside, I want to pull out. I want to fall back because I really like him, and that scares me. If I'm being 100% honest, it scares me. It scares me to the point of I need to be in control some, and I can't be in control with him
because you don't know what the next step is going to bring.
Trust issues. I do. I have trust issues.
So because you said something about lying.
Yes.
And it was on you. You went in lying.
How I go in line?
You wasn't truthful from the beginning. You held back some stuff. You even went in and kind of like went behind his back. So a lot of times if we're not honest, then we think the other person is not being honest, and then the whole relationship just starts to crumble. Especially when you start loving real hard.
Yes.
And going in. So,
yes, but okay, yes. I acknowledge. I'm honest. I do have trust issues. I will own that in everything. I have trust issues. But who doesn't? I feel like the camera's on me right now. But who doesn't?
A lot of people, they learn to deal with them differently. You can't just keep running away from every time you have a trust issue, you keep running the other way. You'll never find a relationship.
So what's my pull-out game method then?
Your pull-out game is that you take it wherever you want it to go. You still got the will.
That's
You can't
true.
let nobody else guide that for you. But I feel like, me personally, I feel like you have it 100% learned yourself. I feel like you only know half of you and you're still learning you and you're not ready to give 100% of you to somebody else without trust. Like, I feel like you don't trust yourself.
I could cry right now.
You gotta start trusting yourself before you can be able to trust somebody else.
I agree. I take that.
You definitely gotta do a lot of self work. A lot of self work, because that'll help. It'll help with even the other person, because the energy that you give out, they can feel it. And especially through sex. Like that is a big part of your body that you're giving away to somebody else. So we definitely have to be careful of giving something that's so precious to us. Like that ain't nothing just to be thrown around just anywhere. That is something very precious. And the one thing that I've always taught my daughters is once you do it, you can't take it back.
It's the fingerprints on the mirror, and that mirror keeps getting cluttered. It'll get cluttered and it'll get smeared because there's too many fingerprints on it.
And it's always a part of you. It never goes away. Never goes away. You can't take it away. So we're gonna close out on this point. I think we had a great conversation today, and I will see you on next Monday at 6:00. Like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
And remember, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Stand for something or you will fall for anything. Thank you all.
Bye, you guys.
Yeah.